really poor. I'm a dog on force, put in work like a chore till I'm underneath the floor in the trenches like a war. If they want to give them more, when I touch down, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touch down, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touch down, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touch down, touchdown, touchdown. 4th down, 4 yards, put it all on the line. I am not worried cause it is our time. I hear the crowd in the background, man, they just want to see me shine. For the hell of it, it's irrelevant. You lacking the intelligence to make it make sense. We gon' manifest whatever we came to get. That's a little money and a trophy and nothing they call respect. We don't care who the best, we don't worry who was next. We gon' put them boys to rest like a 10 feet of bed. I'm ahead of the rest like I came without a net. They gon' say it under breath, I'ma say it with my chest. I got it wrapped like a toga, put the whole team on my shoulders. Hold up, wake these boys up, call me Folgers, soldier. Flow feeling colder, some call it polar. You don't wanna box me, I'm feeling cocky. Hair stocky, leave him floppy, face naughty. Talking all Aki, think he big poppy, then I'll chop him down like karate. I see none of you here can stop me. It's obvious, you too sloppy, cheap copy. I'm Rocky, leave his eyes all glossy, but in the end zone is where you can spot when I touch down, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touch down, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touch down, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touch down, touchdown, touchdown.
Dollar. Hey, DJ Mosky, let's get it. We the champions here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers.
It's the NFL playoffs on EA Sports, and we are at Wintry First Energy Stadium in Cleveland. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Buffalo Bills and the Cleveland Browns. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now. Now they run the sweep as Allen just pops this forward. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, they did get a little gain on this play, but a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact brought the ball free, and it's 4th down. The Bills send the punter out. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. But he'll get this away into the icy winter air. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Here's Corey Bojorquez now. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and
and
now
out.
they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
To throw again on 2nd down. Allen. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Allen now looks to throw. And that will be incomplete.
This defense is certainly playing well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Browns drive about to get started. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
2nd down, here's Chubb again. That good for 19 and a first down. I think you'd have to say Nick Chubb, pound for pound, one of the most powerful runners in the NFL. He proved it there.
And with a guy his size, you have to know defensively that arm tackles aren't going to fly with him. You have to be able to wrap up, or else he can just brush tacklers aside like they're not even there.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. Oh, he's got some breathing room. 51 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. So a nice run there, and I have to think a strong running game of the playoffs, maybe even more critical than the regular season. And if you go by the numbers, the man they have running it here, he was the best in the NFL.
And since he led the league in rushing yards, I think it means he's going to see the ball a lot in this game, too, because that's what they're built like. That's what they're built around. So I think the offensive line, the tight end, the wide receivers, everyone is coming together, wanting him to get the ball and get it often, and they want to carve some holes out there for him.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. First carry now for Kareem Hunt, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
And looks like they've got 6 DBs on the field here for a 3rd and 9. Following the penalty, Chubb. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Cade York on now for the field goal. From the left hash, this from 46. York able to send this one through, and that'll do it for the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They run the counter with Cook. Gets through, and now an opening. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That good for 22 and a first down.
Good running right there. And this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
They run again on first down. Cook. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Again, it's Cook. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now Allen. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 1 for 3.
The average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
And that is no good. He hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Chubb will get the call, running left. Powers through him. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
74 yards rushing for him in this first half as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And room there to work it inside the 25. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15.
It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. Gosh, when you've got Deshaun Watson, Charles, executing a run-pass option, that puts the defense in a tough spot, does it not?
It does, and what I liked is that you called me this week, watching your own video, your own tape, and you said, I think the runner's going to pop a few this week because of what we've seen from Deshaun Watson. His ability to get to the corner, that's where the focus will go. Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Chubb is in. Touchdown, Cleveland. So how about the season, Charles? If he continues to put together, that's now 25 rushing touchdowns on the year. That's getting into some very rarefied territory.
Yeah, it made you and I.
Oh, this is blocked. And now the Bills have him. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I know it's easy to kind of shrug off a blocked extra point, but this game is shaping up to be a tight one. The second half, this could prove crucial.
Yeah, we might look back on this one. We'll have to wait and see. So after the blocked PAT, they're ready to kick this one off.
Taking it about the 1. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, so.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together.
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense. They kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. In motion comes the tight end left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
The Bills send the punter out. as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Here comes Grant on the return. So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right. And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. 2nd down, here's Chubb again. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. And again, it's Chubb. Room here to run. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 148 yards rushing for him, as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Handoff comes to Chubb. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Watson. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To throw is Watson. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. Touchdown, Browns. Mike Gesicki in the final seconds of the first half. And the Browns will extend their lead here just before halftime. This time, the extra point up and good. And that could be important, as that makes this a 16-point lead. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. Taken in at the 3. So we're at halftime in this AFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Browns drive about to get started. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Javon Holland coming up to make the stop.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the third quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just this series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, where are the adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball? Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just have to find a way to tackle someone.
That was Terrell Bernard navigating his way to the backfield and dropping him for a loss.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They run it again with Chubb. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Man, 216 yards rushing for him now as he has been a central figure in trying to get his guys to the second round.
Hey, we haven't been around the entire time football's been played, but we have studied our history, and there have been some great backs who've been accused of running out of bounds to protect themselves. Well, back in the day, many people didn't like that. But nowadays, take care of the football, show some intelligence, live to fight another down.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the third quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Buying time to his left. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Brandon, I think he's just grateful to get back to the line of scrimmage and avoid not just losing yardage, but a big hit on that play as well. That defense closed down him quick and forced a quick surrender out of bounds.
York able to send this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. On first down, Allen. That is complete downfield to Knox. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Now Allen. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Throwing on 2nd and long. Allen. And his throw here's incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays just like that one we saw there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To the air, Allen. Over the middle, complete. That's Cook. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. So they're going for it, and here's Allen. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he is going to have the Bills' first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Allen going to throw. toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Allen. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 17-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Touchdown, Bills. Dawson Knox from 17 yards out. And the Bills are able to cut into that deficit. Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. And they're able to cut the deficit to 12.
Makes the score Browns 19, Bills 7. Tyler Bass with the kickoff for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Browns on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Again, this is Chubb. There he goes, left side. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he returns this to the 22. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far. And they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. Cannot get away, and down he goes. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Allen. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
third and long. It's Allen. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. Another solid game-changing play for this defense for the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. A run for Nick Chubb.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line bearing down. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb sending his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Browns take advantage of the field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Extra point by York is up and good. And that will bump the lead up to 26. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And at this point, maybe you say, it was a good effort really just to make the playoffs. They couldn't win their division, but did earn a wild card berth. It does appear, however, that their season is just a few minutes away from ending in one-and-done fashion. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. A nice run right there, and we talk this time of year about certain teams, certain players who don't have a lot of postseason history to speak of. And here's a man right here in his rookie season in the NFL, and he's being asked to carry the load at running back for this offense.
And he has acquitted himself nicely here in his rookie year. And look, I think we both believe that the burden's a little lighter on backs and receivers than it is on quarterbacks in the playoffs. But that's not to say this is going to be easy. As fast as the NFL game is in the regular season, it's like warp speed when you turn pressure up in the postseason. So let's see how he handles things early.
First down, here's the run with Cook. A beautiful fake. He'll take this to the 46.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
That catch moves him over 100 yards now for this wild card game, and a first down as well. Throwing now is Allen. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Allen. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. Touchdown! Stephon Diggs. 28 yards. And the Bills are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Allen will try to throw for it. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back and get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case here. That's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
2nd down, here's Chubb again. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the 2nd half. And Chubb will try the middle here. 9 yards on the play and a 1st down.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down and 11-yard pickup. They go up the middle with Chubb. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And a wild card win moves them on to the divisional round.
I'm downstairs. What do you mean? Girl, I told you I'd be ready. You always got excuses and you know I